All right, so here's the deal. Uh, a lot of people have some suspicion about what will be happening on this so-called December the 21st of 2020, the whole Mayan calendar 2012, end of the world thing, um, especially in 2021 is like technically we're in 2012 or entering 2012 right now due to all the elite year and stuff, but of course uh, the world is going to end. But if a new world ends, a new world is coming in. One end means another beginning. That's the whole thing with the whole so-called New World Order. So let's backtrack a little bit and let's get some things situated before we move further in this conversation. Earth, despite what we have been taught in school all these years and on the media and all that type of stuff, try to tell us things that different what we see in our eyes. They try to tell us that the sun is millions and millions of miles away when sometimes it looks like we throw a lasso out and capture the sun. So here's my thing. Earth is not a planet. Earth is not a world. Earth is a universe. Okay, this is our universe. The stars are in our universe. The planets are just wandering stars. The stars are fixed stars. The sun and moon are in our universe. And we are encapsulated in what some may say the firmament, some may say the dome, or some may say uh, Mother Nature, or the Earth, cosmos, the mother's womb, since it's shaped over dome. Like the old snow globes we used to have. Check it out. It's a level plane, and then you got some trees and whatever, and then you're encapsulated in a globe. That's what the globe meant back in the 1400s, but 1500s and really the 17, 1800s is when they start pushing the heliocentric movement versus the geocentric movement. So what is a world? A world is me. A world is you. You are your own world. I cannot hear, see, taste, smell, feel, sense anything from your perspective, anything from your reality. It's you. That's your world. The only way I can go to your world or to get a sense of what your world is like, I have to talk to you, email you, ask you some questions, maybe look at some photos or some writings or some paintings that you've done and try to grasp the concept of what's going on in your world. Me in my world, you have to come to me, ask me questions, have a dialogue with me, understand what's going on in my brain, or try to see what do I see when I look at a certain thing. So everyone is a world within themselves. Okay, no one can feel the exact same thing that you feel. There's a lot of similarities in our worlds because there are maybe infinite worlds out here, infinite energies, infinite spirits, infinite souls. But we are all encapsulated into this one universe. So when they say the world is ending, the only thing that is ending is your world that you've come to know. So when the world ends here in the next 30 days or so, really it's been ending pretty much the whole 2020 for most of us, because our perspective has changed throughout this whole 2020 year. Okay, whether we like it or not, whether some of us woke up or are awake or out of the matrix or trying to get out of the matrix or a little bit less stronghold of the matrix, the only matrix is your mind. That's the computer that we're in. That's the computer that controls us. When it says that we're in a program, we're in a computer, if there's glitches in the matrix, that means your brain is ahead of itself, is unlocking more of its power because we only use a small percentage of our power in our brain cells. So when we have deja vu moments, that means that our brain is starting to, have more power, more sense of what's really going on. Maybe it's remembering more things. So when we have deja vu moments, I think it's our brain. I think that we are once all knowing because we were gods. Now we like to be human now. But we are all knowing at one point, but when we fell from the heavens or fell from the higher states of consciousness to this lower human animalistic form, we lost that percentage of our brain. Therefore, we cannot think on that high God conscious level or the Christ conscious level. So our world has been ending this whole year, and our world is ever changing because our minds are ever evolving, figuring out things, coming back to the light, coming back through. Our soul is awakening. Our pineal gland is the seat of the soul. Soul in Spanish means sun. What is the sun? It's the light. So when they're talking about our souls, it's talking about your light. The old song, "This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let Shine," was only talking about the soul. Okay? And the world has always been our world has ever been evolving, and this universe that we're in is also changing. But let's be clear, the universe will never end. It's infinite. It's infinity. It's infinity war. But yeah, only thing that will be ending is your mindset, the way you look at things, your perspective. You're awakening to more things. You can see less out of these two eyes and more out of your third eye. That's all that we need to be worried about, if not really worried. But the world ending is the world within. Okay, we are going to a new world. That's why our consciousness is rising. The 2020, the year of the eye, the vision, the spiritual awakening. That's why they're having to pull everything on the hat to try to distract us and to deter us and to focus on low vibrational things that they try to throw at us. So we cannot be discouraged by anything that they try to put at us. We must stay strong. We must have a discernment on what really matters and what does not, what needs our attention, what does not. But we just need to really focus on what the higher picture, the higher levels to this thing. Because we're just on this plane that we are on now. There's, I don't know how many more planes that we need to go, that we need to travel to, astral realms or whatever, that we need to go to and travel and whatnot. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's out there. But we have to master this level. And we cannot master this level on carnal thinking, animalistic thinking. That's what the whole Sphinx is in Egypt. The head of the woman, or maybe it's a man, I'm not sure. It looks like a woman. But it's a lion's body. So that all that means is rising out of the animalistic nature, coming to our godlike consciousness, and letting that rule, not our human form rule. Okay, letting the God within oversee the human within. Uh, but yeah, there's nothing to be worried about. Of course, there is going to be some uh, world changing events in this universe here to come in around in the next 18 months to 24 months. But you gotta go through hell to get through heaven. There's nothing to be worried about. Just make sure you're on good ground with everyone around you, or at least try to. You know, make sure you're good with yourself. Make sure you know yourself. That's the first and highest rule, is to know thyself. To know thyself is to know God. But if you do not know yourself, you do not know that God. So know yourself, know your worth. Let your actions speak louder than your words. But we gotta protect the dome, because we're under this big dome. We have to focus on what's in our dome, because we are the kingdom. This is the kingdom. This is the temple of God. But yeah, things will be happening. They're probably gonna make it more dramatic than it actually is, and try to get you up in an emotional state where you cannot properly think, cannot properly, grasp what's going on. But just look up to the stars, where the great kings and queens of the past. Yeah, that's all I got today. Thank you for watching.